Welcome to Camp Nou. It is the Gamper Trophy. Barcelona taking on Arsenal tonight. Continuing the pre-season preparations, and a memorable occasion for a few players, including Antoine Griezmann, playing at the Camp Nou for the first time since his arrival a few weeks ago. That also is the case for Frankie de Jong in the centre of midfield. The full Barcelona team also contains Neto in goal, another debut for him. He's behind the back four of Nelson Semedo, Gerard Piqué, Samuel Umtiti and Jordi Alba. De Jong joined in midfield by Ivan Rakitic and a rising star, Rickey Pooch. And then up front, it's Ousmane Dembélé with Griezmann and Carlos Perez, another young player who's having a good pre-season, scored a couple of goals in Barca's last game. So the action is underway, and one point of interest immediately to note is that De Jong is playing in the pivot position. We saw him just drifting behind Umtiti there as Barca looks to launch an attack down the left-hand side. Perez persisting, but Arsenal get the ball back to their goalkeeper, Ben Leno, trying to play out from the back. Good pressure from Barcelona, wins it back. De Jong with the pass on, and he gets it back now to Rakitic, and gives it to Piqué. So there is De Jong then in that pivot role, the Busquets role over the last decade. He's capable of playing anywhere in midfield, is De Jong, but his first start at his new home stadium is in that defensive midfield position with Rakitic and Rickey Pooch ahead of him. Griezmann going through the middle of the attack. Here's Perez on the left. That's not a very good pass, and Arsenal have a chance to come forward. Forced back, and it's with Callum Chambers, one of the two central defenders, alongside Socrates Papathopoulos. And here is Chambers, back to the goalkeeper now, Ben Leno. Socrates. Nacho Monreal. Turned inside by Reiss Nelson. And the free kick conceded by Rickey Pooch. The challenge on Granit Xhaka, who's wearing the captain's armband for Arsenal today. Rickey Pooch. A lot of expectation about what he might do for Barca over the next few months and few years indeed. Every now and then players emerge from the youth system to hushed tones, people talking in great excitement about them and how good they might be, and Rickey Pooch is definitely one of those. Chance for him to impress today. Free kick conceded there by Umtiti on the halfway line. Foul on Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Arsenal's full team is Ben Leno in goal, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Callum Chambers, Socrates and Nacho Monreal at the back. Xhaka, Joe Willock and Mesut Ozil in midfield, with Reiss Nelson, Aubameyang and Henrik Mkhitaryan going forward. Header won there by Socrates, but he pushed Antoine Griezmann to do so. Free kick for Barcelona on the halfway line. Proud occasion for Antoine Griezmann as he plays in a Barcelona jersey at the Camp Nou for the first time. Same too for Neto making the pass there. That's a poor ball out from Piqué, and it's a chance now for Arsenal. The shot comes in from Aubameyang, takes a block deflection, blocked by Umtiti, and behind for a corner, but Gerard Piqué, a little sloppy there. Leo Messi watching on as the corner is taken short, and Jordi Alba goes across to make the challenge on Mkhitaryan at the expense of another corner. Played short, and it comes back now. The ball over to the left. He's asking a lot of Aubameyang, but he gets it. He's quick, and he does well, but Frankie de Jong does even better, stepping in front of the the forward, Aubameyang, as he tried to burst into the box and just shepherding the ball out of play. Great awareness from De Jong and good physicality as well to hold off Aubameyang. Here's Perez, loses out. Aubameyang with the touch, and almost able to burst through. Was Reiss Nelson there for Arsenal. Made a bright start, the Londoners, opening stages, and they've got the ball back again here. Xhaka goes back to Maitland-Niles and then into midfield. Over to the left for Monreal. Socrates, Griezmann will lead the press, something he does very, very well. Arsenal play the ball out nicely, but just a little too heavy. The pass from Mkhitaryan, asking too much of Maitland-Niles, and it's out for a throw-in for Barcelona. Worked wide by Rakitic. And here's Dembele, can cause problems from that position. Goes for the simple pass to Rakitic, who keeps it moving to Jordi Alba, and now Perez. Rickey Pooch hasn't been able to get on the ball too much in the opening stages, but try and change that now as it comes on to Dembele. Trying to take on Monreal. The cross is well anticipated though, and Arsenal clear. Picked up loose by Piqué. Now Frankie de Jong inside the centre circle. The zone of the pitch he'll spend a lot of time occupying today. In that defensive midfield position, work wide to Carlos Perez. Now Pooch. Rakitic. Dembele. Semedo making a run ahead of him, and Semedo isn't going to be able to keep that one in. Just too heavy, the pass from Dembele, but those two do team up well when they play together down the right, Dembele and Semedo. I mean, a lot of talk in the Catalan media over the last few weeks that Semedo is going to be the first choice right back this season, with Sergio Roberto appearing more in midfield. Here's Aubameyang. Good ball on to Mkhitaryan. Nelson's in the middle. It's half cleared. And comes back now for Xhaka. And a deep ball from him is far too deep. Out for a throw-in. Xhaka overhitting that one. Arsenal without a couple of key strikers today, Alexandre Lacazette and the new signing Nicolas Pepe. They are not in the squad for this one. And Barcelona without a quintet of players, including the captain Leo Messi after his exertions in Copa America. Arthur, Coutinho, Arturo Vidal also missing, and a new signing, brand new signing, only announced today, Junior Firpo. That's 5 players who will come into the reckoning by the time the serious stuff gets underway. As Barca look to attack down the left now. Perez is challenged. Maitland-Niles does well, and it's going to be an Arsenal throw-in. So a fairly well-balanced start to this Gamper Trophy game. Both teams have had flashes coming forward, no real chances yet. Aubameyang with the shot that was blocked by Umtiti, the closest either team has come. There's Dembele, always a flash of excitement when he receives possession. Now De Jong over to Jordi Alba. He faces a battle with the new signing, Junior Firpo, in that left-back slot. Here's Dembele. Nacho Monreal is going to have a tough task containing him tonight. Inside to Rakitic, and now Ricky Pooch. Nice ball. Alba, Perez, Pooch, De Jong, Rakitic. Arsenal defending very narrow. And Aubameyang did well, coming back to make the block. Barca start again with Umtiti driving forward and continuing to drive forward. Griezmann, a little heavy the pass, but Pooch takes it nicely. Sends it over to Semedo. Barca enjoying perhaps the longest spell of possession they've strung together so far, as comes into Rakitic. Great anticipation by De Jong to win it back. Pooch, Piqué, over to Alba. Perez shows himself square. And Titi to Semedo. Dembélé, as Barca continue to prod and probe. Arsenal having to stay disciplined here. Oh, nice turn from Semedo, who goes down under the challenge of Joe Willock. It's going to be a free kick for Barcelona. Got such an explosive turn of pace, Semedo. Change of direction there, forcing the foul. Now here's Pooch starting to dictate things a lot more now in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Nice ball to Dembélé, who's again going to take on Monreal. Feeds it inside just beyond the run of Ricky Pooch. Nice idea from Dembélé, quickly downfield from Arsenal. And here's Aubameyang doing well to get there ahead of Piqué, who tries to prevent the cross from coming in now. He can't do so, but the cross is far too deep. And the danger passes. So, goalless at the Camp Nou in the Gamper Trophy game. We've had 11 minutes in this encounter. This is Barca's only home friendly, of course. And immediately after this game, players will be jetting off to the United States for a pair of games against Napoli. Semedo with more good work down the right, finds Dembélé, Griezmann, Pooch. I think about the shot, turns onto his right foot. Lovely skill, the crowd urge him to shoot. Instead he tried to find Semedo, and Arsenal get the ball away. There's Ozil, who's been very quiet so far. Alba flies in to win the header, feels that he was fouled. The referee agreeing it's going to be a free kick, but what a lovely piece of skill that was from Ricky Pooch. And that's the kind of ability that has excited Barca fans in the few occasions he's played with the senior team so far. The teenager promise of a lot more to come. Rakitic finds Alba, a little bit of space for Jordi Alba. Pooch is showing short, it comes inside for Griezmann, lays it off before first time shot comes in and flashes well wide from Ivan Rakitic. That was nicely worked though by Barca. Griezmann receiving the cross and laying it back. It was a good ball in from Alba, exactly the kind of ball we've seen from him many times for Leo Messi to run onto. This time it was Griezmann who set up a shooting chance for Rakitic. Well, Barca on top now. Arsenal maybe had the better of it in the first 5 minutes, but it's largely Barca possession at the moment. Chambers sends it forward long, and it was a hurried clearance. It had to be because he was being pressured. So Barcelona get it back. Frankie de Jong. Griezmann dropping a little deeper and wider to receive possession. Maitland-Niles with the challenge. Mkhitaryan surrounded by Blaugranas shirts. Good pressing again from Barcelona, but Xhaka's done well to find Ozil. Bit of space now for the German international. On to Reiss Nelson, taking on Semedo. The shot is blocked. Alba with the header. And Pooch gets himself hauled down there. No doubt about that foul by Granit Xhaka. Grab Ricky Pooch by the neck. Well, maybe by the waist, but it was a more than physical challenge anyway. Easy decision for the referee, Juan Martinez Munuera. Dembélé drifts into a bit of space. He was well found by Rakitic. Can't make anything of it as Willett gets a foot in, but well anticipated again by Racket, who finds Griezmann. There's two over on the left here. Pooch will float it through, looking for Griezmann. Just getting closer, Barcelona, to breaking the lines here. 3 or 4 occasions in the last 5 minutes or so where they've nearly fashioned a clear opportunity. Don't think there's any coincidence that it has been since Rickey Pooch has got more involved that has happened. Monreal in possession for Arsenal. Granit Xhaka over to the right back Ainsley Maitland-Niles. And he has it again. Arsenal looking to build from the back. Well, you'll be able to vote for the MVP of the game for Barcelona on the official website. Check that out and make sure you register your vote by the end of the game. See who will pick up the MVP award from this Gamper Trophy game. Early stages still as Arsenal string together some possession, something they needed to do really after being dominated for the last few minutes. Ozil with a cute pass forward to Reiss Nelson. As the Barca fans strike up a song. Excellent atmosphere inside here today. And pretty much a full house as well, not many empty seats. As Dembélé carries it on, he's fouled by Nacho Monreal. And a bold prediction I'll make is that that won't be the last time that Monreal has to foul Dembélé today. Former Malaga man got a tough task in shackling Dembélé. So quick and skillful. Perez and Alba exchange passes. Now De Jong back out to Alba. Carlos Perez. Umtiti. And Gerard Piqué. Griezmann lays it off first time to Dembélé. Semedo. Nice passing patterns weaved by Barça, ending with Rakitic spreading it wide for Alba. Inside, shooting chance for Perez. Maybe no, because he's quickly closed down by Maitland-Niles. Maybe could have taken that first time. Perez as it came in, and he's got the ball again here now. Griezmann brings it down. He does shoot. I think that was a shot rather than a cross. Well, it's gone across the face of goal and out for a throw-in the end, but Griezmann showing good movement there to create space for the pass. Just drifting away to the left of the penalty area. I think that was a shot that he took on. After the throw that Monreal will take. Now won by Arsenal. Reiss Nelson. And a bit of space to come forward now for Monreal down the left, but the flag is up for offside. So the attack breaks down, and Arsenal have had a few moments where they've threatened but not found the final ball. We've had a couple of overhit crosses, and that time the offside flag going up. A nice piece of skill by Maitland-Niles a moment ago. One of the rising stars under Unai Emery. A very interesting year awaits for Arsenal with the new signings they've made, and Emery, of course, in his second season, so the players more adjusted to his methods. Semedo driving inside, finds Pooch. Immediately sends it out to Alba. Perez calling for the short pass, but Maitland-Niles was alert to that and made the easy interception. Hits it back to Callum Chambers. Barça pressing high again. Arsenal backing themselves to play their way out of it, and they're able to do so because Alba bundles over Mkhitaryan. Well, Arsenal have had a decent pre-season so far, and they're far more battle-tested than Barcelona. They've had 5 games before today. Barcelona have only had 2. As that breaks down, Monreal down the left. Arsenal have already beaten Bayern Munich and Fiorentina. They drew with Real Madrid, having been 2-0 up at half-time. Lionel Messi among those watching on. We heard a speech from him, a rousing speech it was as well, a traditional captain's speech given at this Gamper Trophy game every year. He says that he has no regrets for what he said last season in his speech, where he promised to try to bring the Champions League home. And they'll try to do the same again this year. Messi only returning to Barcelona from his summer break yesterday. Of course, he was in action with Argentina in Copa America. Philippe Coutinho, Arthur Melo and Arturo Vidal also involved in the latter stages of that competition, so they're sitting out today. They'll get their first pre-season games in the meetings with Napoli in America. There's a bit of space for Mkhitaryan there, but he seemed to be tackled by a blade of grass. Goes tumbling over, and that gives the ball back to Barcelona, which is just as well for the home team because it was a threatening break from Henrik Mkhitaryan. It's De Jong. Pooch to Umtiti. Great to see him back fully fit again. He'll be hoping to stay that way after a tough time physically last year. Rakitic with a great ball over the top for Semedo. Semedo has got support in the area. Dembele with the strike, but really well covered and blocked by Willock. It had to be as well. Dembele firing that goalwards after a lovely chip ball from Rakitic. Semedo making the run, having the awareness to cut it back for Dembele. And that could well have been goal bound before the block from Willock. Corner played in by De Jong and easily gathered by Bernd Leno, and now the break is on, and Alba with the challenge gets a yellow card, and that shows you that it really was a yellow card. His foul on Mkhitaryan, because referees always far more lenient with cautions in friendlies than they would be in a competitive game, and I don't think Jordi Alba could only have any complaints about that one. Mkhitaryan on the break until he was upended. A foul that Alba had to make, really. Took that one for the team, as they say. Arsenal again, Ozil almost, actually Xhaka, excuse me, almost squeezing the pass forward down the left, but Barcelona get it back. Midway point of the first half at the Camp Nou. It's goalless. Barça against Arsenal in the only home game of the pre-season schedule for Barcelona. Camp Nou debuts for De Jong on the ball here. Also Griezmann and Neto appearing at their new home for the first time. Piqué to his central defensive partner Umtiti. Wide for Alba, nicely played inside for Griezmann. Chambers got in the way, picked up loose by Pooch. Rakitic to De Jong. Got Semedo outside him, turns inside instead. Nice close control from De Jong. And pings the pass over to Alba. Pooch. Now De Jong, first time looking for Griezmann. Arsenal clear only as far as Rakitic. Dembele tries the inside of the foot pass, looking for fellow French international Griezmann. Again, Arsenal get in the way, as they have with everything that's been played into the area so far. The only time they didn't really was that cutback from Semedo to Dembélé a minute ago, but then Willock was there to make the block on the shot. And here's Reiss Nelson now for the English team, driving forward. Monreal in support. Arsenal have 4 players forward in the attack, but that's a poor pass from Mkhitaryan, and it all breaks down. Looking a little frustrated on the sidelines, Unai Emery. Arsenal in midfield. It's with Socrates. And Griezmann closing him down. That's been such a key role played by Luis Suarez over the last few years. Everyone knows about his goals, always been given away to Pooch. And now Griezmann takes it on from Racket, just forced a little wide. Dembélé. Pooch is going to shoot, too close to the goalkeeper, and Leno able to make the save. But Rickey Pooch has got into those positions on the edge of the box a few times now. Taking on the shot that time. The first save that Leno's had to make, a fairly straightforward one for him. Umtiti tripping Aubameyang. Nestor Valverde into his 3rd season as Barcelona manager. Watching on his team under pressure here now. Here's Nelson onto his right foot, sends it rather strangely across goal. Maybe it took a deflection. The danger's not clear, and a flying header attempted by Aubameyang, but he couldn't quite make contact. And the ball flies to safety, but again Arsenal showing some threat. They've knocked at the door a few times today, just not had the precision with the final ball in. And that one very close, though, to finding Aubameyang as he threw himself at it. Good cross from Maitland-Niles. Griezmann working hard to win it back. Pooch trying to carry it on. Chambers steps in. Xhaka to Socrates. And now Chambers. Willock, the young players at Arsenal, who looks to have a bright future, being given a good opportunity here, starting at Barcelona in the last friendly before the season gets underway. There's Ozil, Socrates, and Xhaka. Now Nelson. Ozil getting into a little bit of space. I think he meant the pass for Willock, but it runs on instead to Chambers, who has Maitland-Niles making headway down the right. 3 in the middle for Maitland-Niles. And the cross is well gathered by Neto. The new Barcelona goalkeeper hasn't had a lot to do. There's been a fair amount of play just in front of him, but not much to get his hands on. He dealt with that well. To gather it as well cleanly, that was the important thing. It would have been easy for him to allow it to spill out dangerously into the 6-yard box. Barca look to make tracks down the right once more. Semedo is challenged. It was Nelson getting back to concede the throw-in, but we've seen some good progressive play from Nelson Semedo in the opening half hour here. Umtiti to Carlos Perez. Alba and Pooch exchange a couple of passes, and now it comes to De Jong. It's fascinating to see whether Frankie De Jong is able to establish the starting position at Barcelona from the start of the season. And if so, where will he play? In that role that he's in today, or more advanced? Pooch there, initially losing it, but then doing well to win it back. And now De Jong once more. Dembele just started a run down the right, but De Jong held onto the ball. Eventually it comes over to Dembele now, and now here's De Jong once more. Dembele. De Jong floats it out to the left for Alba. Griezmann is inside him, but Alba takes it on himself. Right-footed shot from Jordi Alba. And Leno will be grateful that it was straight at him, as Alba hit that well. Wouldn't be his first option, of course, to shoot on his right foot. Much prefer to take it on his left, but he scored a good goal, didn't he, here last season on his right. I think it was against Real Sociedad, and he produced a good piece of skill there, and Barcelona have it back on the edge of the penalty area again. Perez loses out, but Pooch helps him win it back. Alba. Umtiti. De Jong eases away from a couple of potential challenges and finds Racket. Oh, he does really well to find Dembele. Dembele now looking for Griezmann. Back to Dembele, a rather inadvertent 1-2. Griezmann couldn't control it, came to him very quickly, and almost ended up being a return pass to Dembele. You see here again, Dembele twisting and turning. Came off the knee of Griezmann. Dembele not offside, but he couldn't quite keep it in. Arsenal playing their way out. And eventually having to settle for the throw-in. This is Barcelona's third warm-up game this summer. They lost against Chelsea 2-1 in the opening one. And 2-0 win over Vissel Kobe, Andres Iniesta and all. This good play by Dembele, but just loses out as he tried to advance towards the penalty area. And Arsenal come forward now, but good challenge on Ozil, and Griezmann has a bit of space down the right. The game opening up a little. No surprise in the heat. It was in the early 30s in Barcelona today. Cooler than that now in the evening, but still a very hot day for these players. As Pooch finds Rakitic. Perez. Rakitic again. Griezmann holding the position on the D of the penalty area. It's being played around the perimeter at the moment. Every Arsenal player within 40 yards of his own goal. Here's Pooch. Nice ball to Griezmann. De Jong. Griezmann, oh, and it took a deflection that could have gone anywhere. He goes behind for a corner, but that was some nice slick passing involving the home debutants for Barcelona. Griezmann and De Jong both in the middle of that one. Nearly again creating a chance. Nicely seen by Pooch as well to slide it into the area. Corner is the outcome, which is going to be taken by Perez. In swinging ball that's just too high for the near post, and taken by Leno. With a big crowd inside the Camp Nou, entertaining themselves with an outbreak of the Mexican wave going around the stadium at the moment. The cheering you can hear, a real festive atmosphere for this game. The club have done a lot to promote in the last couple of days. There have been all sorts of activities around the stadium, live music performances, and Barcelona really trying to build this as a festival of football and start the new season. And fans enjoying themselves despite a lack of goals so far. Arsenal working the ball out from the back well, as Monreal is able to give it inside to Willock. Xhaka. Good turn by Nelson. He finds Ozil. Aubameyang is in the middle. Instead it goes short to Nelson. Back to Ozil. Monreal. And Xhaka. Socrates on the halfway line. Finds the short pass to Xhaka. And it's Barcelona's turn now to hold their defensive shape, as Arsenal have done well for the opening 35 minutes here. Spread over to the left for Monreal. And Ozil. Aubameyang made a run as if to ask for the pass from Ozil, but goes square instead. And now Aubameyang just making a run away from the ball, and that allowed Barça to win it back. Well seen by Umtiti, who was fouled. Honours more or less even so far in this contest. Goalless. The only real efforts on goal have come from Barcelona. Probably the closest shot from Jordi Alba with his right foot. It's Alba with possession now. Comes back for De Jong, who tries to clip it through for Griezmann. Barcelona do have among the substitutes today Luis Suarez, so maybe we'll get to see Suarez and Griezmann on the pitch together in the second half. There's a ball through dangerously. Aubameyang can turn and shoot. Oh, what a finish! What a very good strike that is, and Arsenal have the lead with a fabulous goal from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. The finish was excellent past Neto, giving him no chance. He concedes his first goal as a Barcelona goalkeeper, but this was a very well taken strike. Aubameyang put that where no goalkeeper would even get close to it. It was a lovely first and second touch as well from the striker, as Ozil plays the pass with that first touch, and then the second just created the space away from Jordi Alba, who was trying to cover Aubameyang. Arsenal lead at the Camp Nou in the Gamper Trophy in the final 10 minutes of the first half. A spectacular strike from an excellent striker, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. So can Barcelona respond now? Here's Perez trying to do so. He was being pressurised by Maitland-Niles, who won the throw-in. Ball forward into Ozil, who was brought down. But Piqué coming all the way out of defence, trying to win the ball back for his team there, but he was penalised instead. Arsenal with possession once more in midfield, with Chambers finding Maitland-Niles, who's got space ahead of him. Perez is going to have to track back here. Maybe another chance here as Mkhitaryan sends in the cross that's blocked behind for a corner. Well, the goal came from the kind of position that Arsenal have had a few of in the final third, but that was the only time they've found the right pass at the right time. All the other attacks they've had have fizzled out, but really well finished by Aubameyang. As the corner comes in, it's too deep for the leap of Chambers in the middle. It's retrieved though by Aubameyang, and there's going to be another corner now as Semedo has to go back and make the block. Arsenal finishing this first half strongly with the lead, and a couple of corners in quick succession. It was Semedo tracking back all the way to concede the latest corner. Arsenal in no hurry to take as Nestor Valverde gives the instructions from the technical area. Nelson. Willock sends it wide to Ozil. Mkhitaryan across the face of goal, and fortunately for Barcelona there was nobody attacking the near post. If there had been someone flying in at the near post, they might have been able to get on the end of that cross from Mkhitaryan. Instead it went straight through to Neto in the Barcelona goal. It's De Jong and Pooch. Nelson Semedo. Dembele. Semedo turning away and, well, hauled back there by Reiss Nelson, who's a little fortunate to escape a yellow card. I think had that been a league game, pulling back his opponent like that probably would have been a yellow. Just the free kick, which Barcelona get moving over to the left-hand side. Alba. Umtiti. Gets it back from Frankie de Jong. De Jong again. Arsenal holding a good shape defensively. They've been very well organised today, Unai Emery's team. Barcelona have had a lot of possession in these kind of positions without being able to prize their way through, and this phase of possession breaks down with the pass from Dembele. Misplaced, looking for Rakitic, but straight out for a throw-in instead. Rakitic wins it back from the throw-in, and now Piqué has it on the halfway line. Square to Umtiti. Alba for Perez. And swung over to Nelson Semedo now. Again, he'll drive inside, something we've seen from him a few times today. Always a threat running with the ball. Now Pooch floated out to Alba on the left wing. He tries to cut it back. Not sure if he was looking for Perez or Pooch there. Found neither, and Arsenal can bring it forward now. They've got 5 yellow shirts streaming forward. Mkhitaryan can't control though. And Rakitic does well to win it back. Mkhitaryan unable to take the ball cleanly in his stride. Something that Perez does now on the left. Doesn't have too much support, so he goes back to De Jong, and now Pooch. Semedo making progress down the right, onto Dembele. He'll turn and look to take on Nelson, gets it back for Rakitic. Lovely skill from Rakitic, threads it through, and Griezmann, and he dribbles over the line, but the flag is up. It's not going to count. The flag is up for offside. So Antoine Griezmann does not get his first goal in Barcelona colours. It was a clever pass into his stride by Ivan Rakitic here. Lovely skill, the drag back from Rakitic and the ball through. Now switch to the other end as Aubameyang tries to find Ozil, but Semedo does well. Dembele's got to be careful here. He's being closed down quickly by Monreal. Semedo too, and he loses out to Mkhitaryan, and he's probably going to get a booking for that. Semedo pulling back. Mkhitaryan. Well, the referee taking a lenient approach there with Semedo, because they're clear tug back on the shirt. To stop Mkhitaryan from advancing very dangerously. It is a free kick though, which Mesut Ozil will take, and Arsenal have 5 players on the edge of the penalty area, another 3 just 10 yards deeper. So plenty of yellow shirts forward as Ozil plays it in, headed away by Piqué. Dembélé, as Ozil complains that it was a handball, referee waves that one away, and Griezmann leading the counter-attack now. He's brought down. A free kick for Barcelona after the challenge by Maitland-Niles. The game a little stretched in the final phases of this first half. Carlos Perez. First time passed out from Pooch. Alba sends in the cross, but Leno comes off his line well to gather it. Jordi Alba really fired that one in after a nice ball out to him from Rickey Pooch. Leno doing well, safe hands from the German goalkeeper. Was that the last meaningful attack of the first half? The 45 minutes are up, but play continuing for just a few seconds as the referee now does bring the opening period to a conclusion. And it's Arsenal with the lead, the only goal coming from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, a very well taken goal as well. It's been a closely contested game, but Aubameyang's moment of magic separating them at the moment. Half-time at the Camp Nou. It is Barcelona 0, Arsenal 1. We're ready for the second half of the Gamper Trophy at the Camp Nou. Arsenal leading by 1-0 at the break. Excellent strike from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang shortly before the half-time whistle. Now Barcelona have the task of fighting back in this second half. And during the break we had the announcement of the attendance today inside this stadium. 98,812. It's a remarkable figure for a pre-season friendly. Nearly full, 98,000 people, nearly 99,000. You see a change for Barcelona at the break. Is in goal, Marc-Andre ter Stegen replaces the debutant Neto. So ter Stegen is out there. And there's also the introduction of Sergio Busquets into the centre of midfield, and Carla Selenia as well. Rafinha is also out there, so a number of changes made by Barcelona for this second half. And the forward line will now be Rafinha on the left wing, with Griezmann through the middle and Dembélé on the right. And Arsenal have the first spell of possession. Maitland-Niles able to find Chambers, who clips it forward. Aubameyang beaten in the air by another substitution. Half-time introduction of Jean-Claire Todibo. He is in the action now, as is Clement Lenglet in the centre of defence. So several changes being run through by Nestor Valverde as his team looks to come into the game and back on level terms. I'm sure we'll see plenty of changes from Arsenal as well, although they are closer to being the finished product in terms of their preparations, with this being their last friendly. The other change made by Ernesto Valverde during the break is the introduction of Sergio Roberto into midfield. So an all-new midfield. We'll run through the full starting lineup at this second half for Barcelona. Ter Stegen in goal, Lenglet and Todibo in the centre of defence. Alba and Semedo, they've stayed on from the first half in the full-back positions. Midfield, Sergio Roberto here in possession with Sergio Busquets and Carla Selenia. And up front, the three of Rafinha, Griezmann, who stays on, and Dembele. Busquets sending the ball wide to Semedo. Sergio Roberto just getting his wide cross with Semedo, but he's able to keep it in. Two players who alternated in the right-back slot last season, of course, but a lot of expectation that Sergio Roberto will play exclusively or almost exclusively as a midfielder this season. And there's Rafinha, Alenia, Busquets, Lenglet, Todibo working it around the team, Barça, with quick passing. Now out to Semedo. Sergio Roberto can turn inside. Finds Lenglet. Now Jordi Alba. Alenia making a run ahead of him. Instead he goes square to Rafinha. Busquets. Arsenal disciplined, holding their positions well, as they have throughout the game. Barça had a lot of possession in the first half without being able to fashion too many clear chances, but they'll try to break down Arsenal here as Alenia spreads a ball through, looking for Alba, but just a little too heavy. And out it goes for a goal kick. 3 minutes and a half played in the second half. And possession has been almost entirely Barcelona's so far. And here we see a new law change you may have noticed in the summer, was that goal kicks now don't have to go out of the penalty area. That was something Arsenal did there, as they found Chambers. Oh, he's lost it to Alenia, and he almost picked out Griezmann. Arsenal playing themselves into trouble there. Nearly the equaliser for Barcelona. Alenia just couldn't quite find Griezmann. Here's Matteo Guendouzi, a half-time introduction for Arsenal. And sliding to win it is Rafinha. Does well. Such a versatile player who's had such rotten luck with injuries over the last few years. And every Barcelona fan will be wishing Rafinha well. There's going to be some treatment needed here, though, for Arsenal's Joe Willock. Felt the force of the challenge from Rafinha. Won the ball cleanly, the Barcelona midfielder. Arsenal very nearly gifting Barcelona an equaliser just before that, with Chambers getting the ball stuck under his feet. Alenia robbing him of possession. But couldn't convert. Willock walking to the sidelines now. That might have to be another change for the visiting coach, Unai Emery. Certainly won't want to take any risks. Well, the cheer you can hear is because Luis Suarez is coming out to warm up as well. A number of changes made by Barcelona already, and Suarez could be next. A reminder, no Leo Messi today, not even on the bench. Neither he nor Philip Coutinho, Arturo Vidal or Arthur Melo are involved in this game, only just come back after their post-Copa America holidays. Uruguay knocked out a little bit earlier, that's why Suarez returned to training a few days ago and could get his first taste of pre-season action soon. Alba down the left. Dembele, he swapped flanks with Rafinha for the moment. And here is Dembele, good ball to Alba, cuts it back, look, nearly finding Griezmann, who still battles for it. And in the end, it's going to be a corner. I think they were looking, the linesman and the referee were looking at each other to decide whether it should have been offside as Alba came back from the byline, but it came off an Arsenal player, Guendouzi there, so no offside. Instead, it's a corner. She's played into the near post, headed away as far as Alba. And he has it intercepted. Arsenal almost able to launch a counter-attack, but I think it was Busquets coming back to regain possession for Barcelona. Now Busquets sends it out to Dembélé, who will cut inside from the left wing. Griezmann, Selenia. Roberto almost finding the run of Dembélé. Sergio Roberto with the pass. And Dembélé penetrating into the penalty area. Not quite able to gather, but pressure is consistent from Barcelona at the moment. Arsenal not really being stretched to breaking point just yet, but there's certainly been a few nearly moments for Barcelona. And they come again. Griezmann to Dembélé. Oh, good tackle from Maitland-Niles. Well, he's lost it to Dembélé, winning it back. Griezmann now. Again, Arsenal just get the foot in. They're able to clear Mkhitaryan and Socrates. Todibo comes over to prevent the break from Nacho Monreal. Good turn of pace from Todibo there. The young central defender who has excited high expectations with the performances, the few first-team performances that he's made so far. He'll probably start this season, well, he will start this season as the fourth-choice centre-back behind Piqué, Umtiti and Lenglet, but looks like he's going to be a pretty good fourth choice as the season goes on. Here's Aubameyang, the goal scorer, crowded out, and Semedo finds Sergio Roberto. Rafinha, Griezmann, back to Selenia, who controls well. Difficult ball to bring down there, and Selenia did it well. Dembélé. Sergio Roberto over to Rafinha. Sergio Roberto again, now comes inside almost to Rafinha. Semedo with the challenge, trying to win it back, but the referee judging that one to be a foul. Free kick for Arsenal, taken quickly. Mkhitaryan making headway down the left, comes inside now. And Xhaka retaining possession. Gets it back, the captain for today. Arsenal have Joe Willock back out there and moving freely again after that injury 2 or 3 minutes ago, so Unai Emery not having to make another change at this stage. Doozy to Ozil. Busquets tracking him. There's good pressing from Barcelona, won back eventually by Alba. Dembélé turning, he might want to shoot from there. Dembélé fires it wide of the left-hand post, but that is exactly the position he loves to get into. Cutting inside, he can shoot with either foot. We've seen him register a couple of spectacular goals from that kind of position in the past, and he wasn't too far out on that occasion. Just had to hurry the shot at the end, maybe, and ended up dragging it well wide of the left-hand post. Barcelona looking to come forward again. But Doozy wins it for the Gunners. Mkhitaryan holds off Busquets to retain possession. Now flips it out to the left wing. Aubameyang. Coming up to 11 minutes played in the second half. Still Arsenal leading with the goal from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Remember, you can vote for Barcelona's MVP of the game on the official club website. Have your say, have your voice heard for that award, which will be presented after the game. Doozy with the long ball through. Semedo has watched it well, didn't allow it to run on to Aubameyang. This is Lenglet, Ter Stegen, who's barely had the ball within 50 metres of him since he came on at half-time. It's been pretty much all Barcelona in this second half, trying to give the near-capacity crowd, 98,812, a home team goal to cheer. Here's Dembélé. Selenia ahead of him, now moves square. Dembélé carries it on himself, finds Griezmann, angle is narrow for him, sends over the cross, drops down for Sergio Roberto, who controls well. Semedo. Rafinha is outside him on the right wing. Semedo to Sergio Roberto. Is Barcelona reset? Todibo gives it to Selenia. He's certainly capable of breaking open an opposition defence. He's made the run here onto the pass from Dembélé, cuts it back. Griezmann attacking it at the near post, needed the intervention of Chambers. Griezmann wins it back again. The shot is blocked, another one is blocked. Two good bits of defending there from, I think, Chambers, making two blocks. And Griezmann and Dembélé. Griezmann working hard to win the ball back. At the end of it, Socrates is down, needing a little bit of treatment. And it was good persistent pressure from Barcelona. Selenia did well to cut it back. And the persistence from Griezmann to win it back. Had the shot, which was blocked by Chambers, fell to Dembélé. And his shot was also blocked by Callum Chambers. Good defending by the Englishman. That was where Socrates Papathopoulos hurt himself, colliding with his own teammate. That's the first block from Chambers and the second block from Callum Chambers to protect this one-goal lead for Arsenal. Socrates is back up on his feet. He's still receiving a bit of treatment though. So Arsenal temporarily down to 10 men. The referee waves back on Socrates, so they've got the full complement back now, Arsenal. As Roberto finds Griezmann, edge of the area. Selenia with the shot, tipped over by Leno. Carla Selenia, such a talented player in the final third, either passing or, as on that occasion, shooting, drawing the save. Corner is taken short and quickly. It's Dembélé now. Jordi Alba. Roberto floats it through. Alba, what a chance! Goes square, and it's over the line, is it? No! Somehow Arsenal scramble it away. Well, the equaliser surely is going to come if this pressure maintained by Barcelona. Dembélé now gets past one, not the second. Great tracking back by Aubameyang. The goal scorer working hard to help out defensively. As Ozil finds Maitland-Niles, long ball chested down. And that's going to run out for a throw in. It took a last touch off a Barcelona foot, so it's going to be an Arsenal ball. Unai Emery's team somehow still in the lead after this very near miss. Alba getting forward, trying to square it across the face of goal into the path of Sergio Roberto, but somehow it's scrambled away by Arsenal. Leno and Xhaka playing it out from the back. Socrates as well, being pursued by Selenia. It's up to Ozil. Xhaka, Doozy. Nicely worked by Arsenal to relieve the pressure. Another change is being prepared by Barcelona, and it's going to be Luis Suarez. So the question is, will he be playing with Antoine Griezmann or instead of him? And that's the question, not just for this game, but for the whole season. But that will have to wait, because Arsenal coming forward. Maitland-Niles manages to evade two Barcelona players, and Ozil now can send a deep cross to Mkhitaryan, brings it down. Semedo gets a foot in. One back by Monreal. Doozy, Monreal again. Mkhitaryan receives the square pass, gives it back to Doozy. Arsenal keep it, but being forced back and back all the time. Luis Suarez still waiting patiently to come on. You'd imagine that in pre-season. We're still 2 weeks to go before the start of serious stuff, that Griezmann wouldn't be given a full 90 minutes. You'd think that this hour mark, just past it, would be the kind of time that he will come off. And in fact, it's another forward who's making way. It's Dembele, who will play no further part. So Luis Suarez comes on. A couple more changes are going to be made as well, and it's the two fullbacks. I imagine we'll see the confirmation, but the two fullbacks are coming on, that's for sure. Juan Miranda and Musa Wage. So Semedo and Alba it is who go off. So more changes for Barcelona. And I think right in saying that now Griezmann is the only player who started the game for Barcelona who is still out there. So, for the first time now, we see Griezmann and Suarez together, and the tactical move has been for Griezmann to come over to the left wing. Luis Suarez, of course, going through the middle, as you'd expect that. But rather than Griezmann playing right up alongside him, it's more a 4-3-3 with Rafinha continuing to play on the right-hand side. In a position that a certain Leo Messi will no doubt fill when he returns to action. But for now, Rafinha on the right, Suarez in the middle and Griezmann on the left. I wonder if that is going to be the template for the season ahead, without ruling out Dembele, of course. And Coutinho, and maybe another new signing if there are any more. We'll see. For now, nearly 20 minutes played in the second half. Barcelona still trailing. Luis Suarez on the field, and his first touch is a ball spread out for the new entrant at left back. That's Juan Miranda. It was just too heavy for him. Not the right angle on the pass from Luis Suarez, and out for the goal kick. So Miranda left back, Musa Wage right back. I'm sure we'll see more changes from Arsenal as well. Unai Emery bringing on Matteo Guendouzi at the break. I'm sure a player a lot of Barcelona fans would be very interested to see is Dani Ceballos, who's just joined the Gunners on loan from Real Madrid. Monreal put under a little bit of pressure here. Rafinha with the touch, out for the throw-in. Also on the substitute bench today, Lionel Messi, but not kitted out to play. Kitted out so he could take part in the pre-game presentations. But never a consideration that he'd play after only returning to Barcelona from his holiday yesterday. And here's Ozil. Nicely done by Socrates, finds Mkhitaryan. He's challenged heavily by Wage, and his first act after coming on a couple of minutes ago is to pick up a yellow card. Musa Wage getting the second caution of the game. Jordi Alba got the first in the opening period. Goes now into the penalty area, needed that header from Todibo. It's not all the way clear though. The shot coming in took a deflection as it went behind for the corner. It was Nacho Monreal who tried his luck. Excuse me, it was Kolasinac, in fact, of course. So The touch to deflect it wide leads to the corner that Mesut Ozil strolls over to take. It's played in dangerously towards the near post, and the header from Todibo goes high in the air, and Ter Stegen comes out to claim one of the few things he's had to do in this second half, which is at the midway point now. Barcelona still trailing. That's Suarez and Griezmann on the field together for the first time. Substitutions being prepared by Unai Emery. One of them will be Dani Ceballos. Bukayo Saka will be another. And Gabriele Martinelli, an exciting young talent. And play going on though with Barcelona in possession. Wage driving inside but loses it. Busquets nearly making the interception. Arsenal have it back with Willock. Long ball through. Looking for the pace of Aubameyang, but Ter Stegen out to the edge of his area to gather. Sergio Roberto, Griezmann, and that new position on the left. Sends it inside. Oh, and there's going to be a calamitous own goal. There is the equaliser for Barcelona in the most unexpected fashion. There seemed to be no danger, but Ainsley Maitland-Niles has had a disaster. And Barcelona back on level terms. A comical own goal to level things up. And what a way to get the first goal of the season at the Camp Nou. Bad luck really for Maitland-Niles. Had a complete breakdown in communication with his goalkeeper. He thought it was just going to be a simple routine back pass, but Leno was coming out for it himself. And then Socrates desperately trying to get back. I think it was already over the line by the time he touched it, so no own goal for Socrates. It's going to go down as the right back's goal. He won't want it, but Ainsley Maitland-Niles with the goal. Griezmann sending the pass inside, looking for Suarez. It was too heavy, so Suarez couldn't control, but that turned out into an assist. Suarez might try to claim the assist there. Perfect pass from him for Maitland-Niles to apply the finish. We see the changes made then by Arsenal, including Dani Ceballos, who, as you would expect, got a few jeers from the home fans when he appeared. Here's Martinelli, another substitute, sending in the cross that Aubameyang tries to convert spectacularly. Didn't make a clean connection though. Well, on the balance of play, it's fair to say that Barcelona do deserve to be on level terms. They've had more chances than Arsenal, come close a few times, and really do deserve to be level, at least. But still needed a huge amount of fortune in the manner in which the goal came. Here's Lenglet looking for Griezmann. Broken up by Arsenal, and now it's Saka. He's gone over to the left wing in place of Mkhitaryan. Sergio Roberto. Suarez is pulled out to the left, and he receives it here. Suarez trying to carry it on, but he's just beaten to the ball. No own goal that time. Wage stands his ground, and it's Barcelona building again from the back with Clement Lenglet. Strong French influence at the Camp Nou these days with Lenglet and Umtiti, of course, and strengthened this summer with the arrival of Antoine Griezmann. There's Miranda with the ball forward. Griezmann claiming the free kick, but not granted. throw-in is the outcome. Callum Chambers goes square to Socrates. Now Dani Ceballos. He gives it away. Sergio Roberto. Luis Suarez, edge of the penalty area. Still Luis Suarez, and still, oh, what a finish that would have been. It's lifted it over Leno, but just the wrong side of the post from Luis Suarez. He's still got it, you know. Fabulous dink over the on-rushing goalkeeper. He made it for himself with this run. Hard charging into the penalty area. And then just into the side netting. Had the power to burst through the defence. But then he also had the composure to just delicately lift it over Leno, nearly and give his team the lead. There's Lenglet flying in, and he's got a yellow card. And that was rather late indeed from Clement Lenglet, and it's Ceballos who needs the treatment. Rueful expression from Unai Emery as that equalising goal went in. Lenglet and Todibo discussing how they will work things out, and let's hope this isn't a bad one for Dani Ceballos. He was certainly caught by Lenglet, a very forceful challenge, and immediately the hand up from Ceballos signifying he's in a fair amount of pain, and nobody wants to see that, least of all in pre-season friendlies, players getting injured. So let's hope that Ceballos is able to continue, and that's a good sign, getting up of his own accord, Dani Ceballos, and he's going to be okay to continue, so that's good to see. Sure, a lot of people around Spain and beyond will be very interested to see how Dani Ceballos gets on with Arsenal this season. Long been regarded as one of the rising stars of Spanish football, didn't quite fit at Real Madrid, never really given too much of an opportunity by Zinedine Zidane, and allowed to leave the Bernabeu on loan this summer. Let's see how he does. We watched very closely, I'm sure. Just over a quarter of an hour remaining at the Camp Nou. 1-1 in the Gamper Trophy game, and Rafinha for Barcelona. We're going to have a winner in normal time here. It's Miranda now in the left-back position. Sends in the cross. Kolasinac doesn't get it very far away. And across the face of goal, Leno bats it away. It's one back. Griezmann trying to latch onto it. So too Suarez. Bit of pinball in the penalty area there. And eventually Arsenal do clear, and they got a dangerous break on as well here now. With Aubameyang cuts inside one, but not the second. Good tackle from Sergio Busquets. Then Todibo trying to carry it out. Commits the foul. Arsenal get the free kick. But that was a reminder with that pacey burst from Aubameyang that Arsenal is still dangerous. They've threatened very little, in truth, in this second half. But they've certainly got pace on the break. A couple of fresh pairs of legs as well with the substitutes. One of them, Martinelli, there, and on the other side it's Saka. Socrates, central defender, finds Doozy. There will be one more change for Barcelona, and imagine it will have to be Griezmann who comes off. He's been the only one who's played all the games so far. 75 minutes for Griezmann, and Alex Collado is preparing to come on, a youngster who has played as a winger, so it would be a straight swap on the left. Well, Arsenal have the ball with Martinelli. Two Barcelona players blocking his progress, Miranda and Lenglet. Are we going to have the substitution now before the throw-in is taken? No, they're going to allow that play to continue. So it's Doozy with possession for Arsenal now. Gets it back from Ceballos, who is moving freely after that injury a minute or two ago. Moving well, stepping past Busquets, and the pass over to Saka. Danger for Arsenal. Good cross in, just beyond Aubameyang, who almost held back, perhaps, to make sure he didn't collide with Marc-André ter Stegen. He didn't throw himself full length at this cross as it came in. He just pulled his leg back at the end. He was aware of ter Stegen's presence. The danger passes, and there is the substitution. Griezmann is replaced. No goal on home debut for Antoine Griezmann, but a solid 75 minutes from him. Started out as a centre forward and then moved to the left wing after the introduction of Luis Suarez. Some bright moments and hard working, something we'll see week in, week out from Antoine Griezmann. He's one of the hardest working strikers in the game. You don't play under Diego Simeone for 6 years otherwise. Here's Selenia stepping away from some pressure. Rafinha does well. Collado is in space on the left wing, gets his first touch now. Miranda ahead of him. There's a loose touch from Miranda. I think he was caught in two minds there, the young left-back, whether to send in an early cross or try to take it to the byline, and in the end, in his confusion, did neither. Antoine Griezmann will watch the remainder of this action from the bench. Just over 10 minutes to play. Very industrious from Rafinha to win it back. Collado. And Lenglet. Sends it to Wage. So Nestor Valverde running through 22 players today, two different teams out there. All 11 starters being replaced now that Griezmann has gone off. Ceballos under some pressure, evades it, and Martinelli helps it on. Xhaka, Kolasinac can stride forward, and Saka now, we've seen one good cross from him a minute ago. There's another good cross, and that's very nearly a goal for Arsenal. It was a very good chance. And the substitute, Gabriele Martinelli, will feel he should have scored. Excellent cross again from Saka. Martinelli, wonder if he was just slightly distracted maybe by Aubameyang, who was also trying to make contact, but it was Martinelli sending it just wide. Bit of a let-off for Barcelona, who try to send Luis Suarez through here, but too heavy the pass from Sergio Roberto. Doozy. Martinelli. Challenged by Sergio Roberto, who's played this second half in midfield. A trio of changes in that area of the field at half-time by Nestor Valverde. If you weren't with us for the first half, it was Ivan Rakitic, Rickey, Pooch and Frankie de Jong who started in midfield. Then the half-time changes of Sergio Busquets, Sergio Roberto and Carla Selenia. Not bad options there for the coach, especially when you throw in Arthur and Arturo Vidal, both of whom are sitting out today, but will, you can be sure, get plenty of minutes this season. Here's Chambers playing it out for Arsenal, finds Xhaka. Now space. Down the right. It's just about kept in by Martinelli, who looks to get away from Lenglet. Good defending by the Frenchman, helped out by Selenia. Miranda can't complete the clearance though. Ceballos runs down a bit of a blind alley, and now Rafinha. Some good footwork from him. It's all very tight in there. No one can find space at the moment. Rafinha in the end is fouled from behind by Doozy. So Barcelona do get the free kick at the end of it. Busquets. Now Rafinha. Collado, the last substitute to be introduced by Nestor Valverde. Selenia. Luis Suarez has pulled wide and stays wide for now. It's Rafinha who's through the middle. As Suarez tries to pick it up and drive inside now. Arsenal clear their lines. Doozy. Very comfortable on the ball, and he turns away from danger to find Kolasinac, and they've got the threat again of Saka down the left. Wague's going to have to get back on him, and he does well. That's an excellent recovery from Musa Wague. He had to make that challenge because otherwise Saka was away down the left, with Aubameyang lurking in the middle. Going to be more changes from Arsenal. Lucas Torreira, the Uruguayan international, will be introduced. A couple more as well. 3 changes are being prepared by Unai Emery. Here's Collado for Barcelona. Miranda outside him. Selenia. Sergio Roberto. Busquets. Onto Selenia. He's already come close with a shot from 20 yards or so. They keep the ball moving out to Wague. Men in the middle for Barcelona, and it's dangerous, and Maitland-Niles managing to turn that the right side of the goalpost from his point of view. He didn't want 2 own goals. As that cross came in dangerously, travelled a long way. No one attacking it at the near post. Maitland-Niles concedes the corner. Collado, out swinger. And that's a goal kick. I think it was the head of Lenglet who had the last touch. So changes now for Arsenal. 3 more players coming on. It's Torreira will be one of them. The number 11, Shkodran Mustafi, the former Valencia defender, another. And Eddie Nketiah will be the 3rd. Sporting applause from the Barcelona fans for the Arsenal players heading off, including Aubameyang, and that was, I think the applause was mainly for him out of the 3 going off, because he did provide the highlight moment of this game with an excellent first half goal for Arsenal. Aubameyang, fabulous finish, gave Arsenal the lead for quite a while. In the end, Barcelona getting back on level terms with a comical own goal. Ainsley Maitland-Niles attempting a back pass from the edge of the area without realising that his goalkeeper Ben Leno was already coming for the ball, and therefore stranded as the ball was played back to him, and it rolled apologetically almost over the line. Here's Todibo fouled by the introduced Nketiah. That would have been quite a way to make an introduction to the game. He did have a tug of the shirt of Todibo. Final 3 minutes of normal time. We may get a 2 or 3 minutes added on with the substitutions we've had, but also the injury delay when Ceballos received treatment. So probably at least 5 minutes to go still. Rafinha, Luis Suarez is nearby. Rafinha takes it on himself and just tried to do too much, but Suarez goes down. No penalty. Referee very quickly waving that one away. Now, we don't have VAR in the Gamper Trophy, so we won't be getting a second look at that one. Suarez is looking convinced that he was fouled. He did so well to nip in, sensing that the ball was there to be won. Martinelli, the right winger, back in an unusual position on the edge of his own area. It was a little clumsy, and if we did have VAR, I wonder if that one would have been overturned and a penalty awarded, but Suarez didn't get the call he wanted. He's shown plenty of tenacity, as you would expect from Luis Suarez, always so hungry to advance into the penalty area and get into goal-scoring positions. Came close to a goal with a charging run and then a lovely lofted finish that just went into the side netting. Now here's Lenglet. Miranda. Suarez tries to set off again, and this time he does get the free kick. He was brought down by his international teammate Lucas Torreira. Over to the right for Wage, and now Rafinha. Sergio Roberto to Busquets. Now Collado. He has it again, the young substitute, Alex Collado. Lenglet. Final moments of normal time as Suarez gets into the area, and what a finish! Out of nowhere, Barcelona have the lead with a truly spectacular goal. What a strike that was. A good pass over the top, but the finish was something else from a master of his craft. Luis Suarez is back with a vengeance. Acrobatic goal to surely win the Gamper Trophy for Barcelona. Well, the season is only just starting, but we won't see many better finishes than this. Nice ball from Sergio Roberto. Put it exactly where Suarez wanted it. And the way he watched it over his shoulder, able to maintain his balance and make the clean connection. Arsenal looking to bounce back immediately. Good challenge from, I think it was Miranda, who made that challenge, but all smiles from Luis Suarez as he got that goal. Arsenal taking the corner quickly. It's a poor ball in though, and now Barcelona can break away. Is that going to be a free kick? No, the referee saw no wrong with it. Play goes on. After Selenia had his run ended. 3 minutes have been added on, which we are into now. Another couple of minutes to play. Luis Suarez's goal surely will give Barcelona the first trophy. Not the most important that Barca are fighting for this season, the Gamper Trophy. But nice to start with a win, and what a way to win it as well. That finish from Suarez still has so much to offer, and he will, you can absolutely bet on it, continue to be an important player for Barcelona. Despite the arrival of Antoine Griezmann, he's nowhere near ready to relinquish his starting role yet. And just a reminder of his abilities stealing the headlines, really. It was about Griezmann and De Jong making their home debuts today. Before the game, that was the talking point anyway. After the game, it's Luis Suarez with the winner, unless Arsenal can find a way back. Nearly as it fell loose, and now Chambers trying to turn. In the end, though, he makes the foul on Rafinha. And that was a dicey moment for Barcelona as a free kick came in, headed down, and Ter Stegen had to scramble it away. In this one, I don't think Ter Stegen will want to play short. It's time to send everyone forward and get the ball as far away from his own goal as possible. Even Barca sometimes take the long approach. He's come straight back though. Todibo under a bit of pressure. Miranda does well. And Ter Stegen this time clips it out. It's going to be an Arsenal throw-in deep into stoppage time. Arsenal will have no more time though, because there is the final whistle. Luis Suarez is the match winner as Barcelona take the Gamper Trophy with a come-from-behind victory. They trail to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's first half goal, which was very well taken. And the equaliser midway through the second half, Ainsley Maitland-Niles putting through his own goal in unfortunate circumstances. And then that man, Luis Suarez, applied the finishing touch in stoppage time. A brilliant, brilliant winner. Acrobatic volley from the Uruguayan. Barcelona take the victory. They take the Gamper Trophy. Thank you for joining us at the Camp Nou. We've had an entertaining evening in front of 98,000 spectators. Luis Suarez had the final word. Barcelona win it 2-1.